Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another learning session, training session. These are cool, aren't they? You only get to spend like 5 minutes with me, but I'm hoping those 5 minutes are important because I share one idea per 5 minutes, sometimes two, once in a while three, occasionally four. But today we're talking about designing the offer. So you're working with merchants that are processing volume. That's what we're after. We want the larger merchant. We call it hunt big merchants. We call it capture the big merchant. We want merchants that'll provide you a great living for a long time. And when you look at designing the offer, it's a little challenging because if you send the offer in writing a lot of times, many times, most of the time, some of the time, all the time, they take that offer and they shop it around. Just like you would do if you're going to buy a car. Think about it. Last time you bought a car, what did you do? You shopped the offer around, right? The car dealer said the car was X. You went to another dealer and he said, look, I've got X. If you can give me Y, I'll buy your car. How many times have you said that? It's the same thing in the merchant processing business. So designing the offer and giving that offer in a way in which it's somewhat protected. Let's talk about it for a second. So if you've done your work, if you've done your discovery, you've done your homework, you've been listening to my videos and podcasts for the last several weeks, you know the most important thing is to create a culture in which the customer wants to do business with you. Don't give the offer. Don't share the offer. Don't even design the offer until the customer says to you in some form or fashion they want to do business with you. Once you've crossed that bridge or built that bridge of trust, of respect, that they know you're the smartest person in the room, then you can give that offer, and sometimes you can do it verbally. If that trust is built and that customer says, Coach, let's do some business, I like you, they're going to give you a hint so that you can design that offer and deliver it in such a way that they're going to accept it. So yes, you're going to have to probably present some kind of a contract, put it into writing. Maybe you can send it via a text. Maybe you can email it. Look, you can even do a cute little video like I'm doing. Don't you think it's cute? We're doing a cute video. When you design the offer, you have to make sure that you put some language in there that is a little bit like a disclaimer, because you know what? You cannot guarantee anything in this merchant processing industry. You cannot guarantee anything. And this is where you're going to get yourself into trouble if you don't explain it first and then put it into some kind of a disclaimer writing. Why is that? Because Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, they change their rates. Credit card, look, there's probably, and we've discussed this, probably hundreds of different kinds of rates. They change. The platform companies like First Data and TSYS and Global, they change. So change is part of life. Change is part of our industry. Make sure that is understood and explained. Put it into writing so there's no ands, ifs, or buts. You don't want the merchant coming back and say, well, you put it into writing. You promised me I'm going to have this, that, and the other. And then you have to go back and explain, well, I you know what? I'm not really in charge. Somebody else higher up is in charge. So let's put a disclaimer into that offer that will help you avoid any distress, any anxiety, and any yelling at. So designing the offer with the right disclaimer is something I'm hoping you remember on today's learning lesson. Have a great day. See you down the road on Castlerock Consultants, Castlerock Academy, and Castlerock Merchants.